dynamics class, coach.
Okay.
We got behind.
All right, we'll roll here, fellas, all right? Dave Bucar, I coach your line for Maine. I'll just get right into it. Don't have a ton of time, but I'll fly through this as fast as I can. Stop me, ask questions if you need to know anything. All right, just talking fundamentals and techniques of zone. I got a lot of drill tape on here, show you how I coach it, what we do. So first of all, just talking real quick. First step, position step, I call it. Put you in position to hit your target. Target's big for me, all right? Angle step is simple. Set an angle to your target. All right, that's about as simple as we can get. That's the number one step that we're gonna use. Set an angle to your target and go, all right? Break step is to pick it up, put it down. Keep your shoulders square. Shuffle footwork, I'm not a big shuffle guy, but there is an application for using shuffle footwork where it's galloping to an aiming point to a target, knocking a guy across, whatnot. I mean, there's definitely an application for it. We'll use it on different blocks, and then a lead step, we're gonna gain ground, whether it's straight ahead or on an angle, gaining ground up the field. So those are the four main types of first steps. They carry over through all schemes, whether it's gap scheme, pin and pull, whatever. So that's it right there, fellas, as far as that goes. Okay, so I'm a big believer in, you guys will hear me say this as we watch some of these clips, running off the football. Cut it loose. I tell our guys all the time, cut it the fuck loose. Get your ass moving. Go. All right. I do not believe in boards. I do not believe in shoots. Just something I don't do. You know, I'm not saying that's bad, but I don't want a duck block mentality. We don't want to play like that at Maine. It's a work in progress. All right, it's a work in progress. You know, to buy into that and be able to have nuts to come off the ball and be able to do that. All right, and I'm not a big duck blocker or waddle guy. I don't use shoots either because it creates an unnatural bend to me. When guys try to come off the ball, what are they worried about doing? You got a 6'4" guy under a shoot, they're worried about hitting their head, they're not worried about coming off the ball. So we want to do everything we can to run off the ball. You guys will hear me talk about this. Second step in line, meaning this. Sorry. All right. Let's say I'm a guard. I move from behind here. Okay. This chair is a 3 technique. All right. I'm playing right guard. We're running a zone play this play. Let's just say my aiming point, my target on this guy is right down the midline. All right. I'm going to set an angle to my target. My second step in line, meaning my shoulder, my hip, my knee is all in a straight line. I've got some good clips on it, you'll see it better. It's all in a straight line. It is not here then here where I have energy going this way and that way at the same time. I want everything going through the defender. I want all my energy, force, power going through the target, through the aiming point. All right, and that's where this next one comes in. Drive the backside leg, run through the block and go. Get your ass moving and run through the target. And, you know, these are athletic movements. Like running is an athletic movement, and I a lot of times use this analogy. You know, whoever the best shortstop is in Major League Baseball right now, if he's going to go field a ground ball, is he fucking duck block to go field a ground ball? No. He opens his hips, he turns, he runs. He might back in, he might turn his hips again and throw a guy out. Basketball, those guys don't duck walk up and down the court, they run. They run up and down the floor. All right, so that's what the mentality that we're trying to build into these guys. It's taking work, all right? We didn't run the ball really well last year. I plan on that, obviously that being a hell of a lot better this year. We've got a bunch of guys coming back, and they did a hell of a job as sprinters going into sprint ball with some of this stuff. So this is how we drill this, all right? I put a guy down on the med ball here. All right, this dot simulates the defender. So let's just say we're running inside zone to the left here. All right, his aiming point or this target is right through the middle of this dot. So we're going to put our weight on that ball, all right? Okay, we're going to put our knee down on the ball, put our weight on the ball, all right? Okay, I got a slight forward lean. I call that he's just hinged over, just simulate a stance, like he's in a left-handed stance. And you want to think less about stepping with your play side foot and think about driving off your backside foot to set an angle and go. It's not about I'm blocking you right here, you're a 3 technique. I'm not just stepping with my play side foot. I am driving off my backside half. I am pushing my instep on my backside foot into the ground, driving force through the ground, setting that angle when I'm hauling ass. All right? And what I talk to these guys about too is going instep to instep, instep to instep, because when you hit that instep, my second step is going to be in line. I'm going to go through that target. If I go toe, which some guys do at times and they can get away with it, if I go toe, there's more likelihood for this second step to go where? Here. Cross over instead of going through the aiming point. So we talk about going instep to instep. So watch this kid right here, all right? He's a young guy. He's a freshman for us, but he does a good job with some of this drill work. He's driving off his backside half, setting an angle, and he's literally, guys, and it is a little bit of an over-exaggeration. He's running his ass off the ball. He's running through the midline of this dog. All right, we're sprinting off the ball here, okay? Drive, more drive here. Shit. It's all right, guys. Give me 1 second. You have to put my thing up. There we go. Here we go. This helps. There we go. Good. Good. All right, good. Okay? So like right here, this guy's doing a pretty good job running off the football. He's setting an angle through the midline of this dot. And what would I tell him? Turn it over and cut it loose. An angle step, guys, when you hear me say angle step, set an angle to your target and go. An angle step really is whatever the hell it needs to be. All right? If I'm blocking him on his play side number, he's loose. It may lose a little ground. It can. All right? If he's a heavy 3 technique or a heavy 5 technique, it may gain a little bit of ground as I'm setting that angle through that aiming point. All right, I used to overcoach the shit out of first step, 6 inches, this, it's all bullshit. Okay, and it confuses guys and it slows them down. Set an angle on the target and go. Drive the backside leg through the block and haul ass, get moving, all right? Here's the same guy. This is inside zone on the left. So he might be playing left guard with a 3. He could be playing right guard with a 2-eye technique on him on the backside. Set an angle and go. You can see this right here. He gains a little bit of ground with that left foot, with that first step. That's fine. Pretty good pad level. And he's hauling ass coming out of here. Yeah, I got bad reps on here too. I'll show you some. All right, this is wide zone now. All right, great drill for wide zone. Now we're just targeting the outside half of this dot. Instead of going right through the middle of this dot, we're going to the outside half of the dot. All right, so this is our center Joe. Take an angle step, he's going to run his ass off. This is like him blocking a play side shade. We're running outside zone to the right. All right? And this right here is going to simulate fitting his backside hand in the guy's armpit. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. All right? Okay, pretty good rep right here. This is our right guard, Nick Krugy. Okay? Okay, this is pretty good drive, take off, backside leg is in line, running off the football. All right? Okay, this is your guy, man. This is BucarMaine guy. All right, he's from Levitt. Yes, Levitt. Sorry. Great guy. Love Bucar. Grinder. All right, works his ass off. Great guy. Okay, he started 6 games for us. And the thing I'm fired up about our O-line this year is we had 3 guys last year, maybe even 4 guys last year that started a whole bunch of games that shouldn't have been. And it's a good situation now. It wasn't as good at the time being, but it is now. All right? So Boo right here, okay, watch Boo. He's driving off this ball, does a pretty good job getting his second step in line. All right? You see the comment I have up here. Get your ass going. So I take notes on these so these guys can watch them. So helps me in the meeting room as well. But he's got to go. Like run, go. A little bit of wasted motion with the head. Pretty good rep here. Keep this rolling. You guys are getting a picture. All right, look at this. Okay, just a little bit of inefficiency in the movement with his arms, man. You don't have to be swinging and swaying and all this bullshit. Just keep your arms nice and tight. But it's a pretty good angle that he sets right here. Backside leg is gaining ground, driving through the aiming point, driving through the target. Now this is a shin rep. So I showed you here, demeanor on the ball. That ain't a stance, all right? Okay, if you get this a 3-foot stance with your foot right underneath you like this, move that leg out a little bit outside the framework of your body, all right? We want to stimulate a stance. And then watch the inefficiency in the movement here. There's zero drive. He has to go up to go out, all right? He has to go up to go out because he's not driving off of his backside half, his backside foot. Now watch this right here. This is our left tackle. All right, he was a young guy last year, true freshman, served the last 3 games for us, going to be a really good player. All right, demeanor on the ball, man, just give me a little bit more of a hinge here. Bend your ass down a little bit to simulate a stance. Too high, demeanor on the ball is too high. Watch his takeoff. All right, he sets an angle, he runs off the football. Now this guy is like Fred Flintstone, he's on his toes a lot. And he can get away with it at times because he's a good athlete. All right, he can get away with it because he's powerful too. All right, he's a good athlete and he's powerful. Now cut it loose, bro. Like, don't be tiptoeing. I wrote broomstick up here because he looks like he has a broomstick up his ass, like he's a witch flying. All right, cut it loose and go. He's got to go. He's got to go. All right. Now look at this. All right, and we'll keep going here. Okay, so you got it off the ball. Now these were out of the stance. We do the same thing out of the stance. All right, okay, outside zone. This is outside zone to the left. Where the hell is this guy going, all right? You got to get it in the mind of your guys. Target and takeoff, all right? My target on an outside zone play, if you're in have a guy in your play, and I'll hit this a little bit more. If you got a guy in a play side shade, it's play side number. A lot of guys, college included, and young guys, as soon as they hear outside zone or wide zone, what the hell do they want to do? They want to turn and run sideways to the sideline. You ain't blocking anybody by doing that. You're just running around guys, all right? So your target is very important. Your target is, what are you aiming at? What is your target? All right, so that's an asinine rep, okay? This was coming out of the stance, same deal. You guys get the picture. So we'll just go from the ball to a stance. All right, really good rep here. Let's just say this is inside zone, guys. He's playing right guard. He has a 2-eye on him. We're running inside zone on the left, all right? Really good rep here. This is what I mean. Backside leg is in line, all right? It's in line. It's not hanging outside the framework of his body. Everything is going through that aiming point. Everything is going through that aiming point. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. Just tight zone scheme and fundamentals and not scheme, excuse me. Tight zone fundamentals and technique. All right, so I always like to give the guys a visual, give them a picture here of where the ball's going. Okay, so we'll run on tight zone. We really define it as the play side leg and the center. All right, this one's going a little bit more up the center's ass, but it's splitting hairs. It's going downhill, play side leg in the center, up the center's ass. All right, so here's how I systematically set this up. All right, so a solo, you've got 3 types of blocks in the zone scheme: a solo block, a read combo, and a slip combo. All right, talk about a solo block here first. Tight zone solo block. What's a solo block? A solo block is, I'm a lineman and I got a guy in the play side shade. I'm a right tackle with a 5. I'm a right guard with a 3. I'm a center, play side shade. It could be on the backside with a 2-eye. Backside guard with a 2-eye. Backside tackle with 4-eye. Odd front maybe. All right, so on the play side, remember the ball's being run up the center's ass. We're targeting these guys inside out. Target takeoff, target takeoff. You guys will hear me say that, all right? They're using angle footwork, and it's going to be tighter. It may just be more of a pick it up, put it down, all right? I'll let them step up their inside foot too, depending on how tight this guy gets, all right? We're going to use a 2-hand strike. I call it a double uppercut. Just fitting our hands inside. Our face mask is going through the guy's inside number, all right? The good picture of this here, all right? This is where my last shot here, but this was a good shot. So this guy's a right tackle or a right guard blocking a 3 technique or a 5 technique. We're running tight inside zone. You can see he's inside number target right here. Good tight hand fit. Can't see his elbows, and he's doing a good job running off the football. All right? Make them feel it, man. Make your guys do this. Make them stay on a block. How does it feel to stay on a block and drive a guy all the way to the sideline? all right? This is us this winter, all right? Right tackle, not a bad target, inside number. He might be a little bit wide down the midline, but his hands are fit pretty good. Pause right here. What do you guys see right here? Is this second step in line right here? No, it's hanging outside the framework of his body, all right? Get your second step in line. Get it underneath that shoulder so you have everything going through the aiming point, all right? Right here, he's got energy going this way. He's got energy going that way. He's duck walking it a little bit too much. It ain't bad. It ain't bad, but it could be better. All right, drive the backside leg through. Watch this. Let's just say this guy's a left guard or a left tackle on the play side when in tight zone. Really good target right here. All right, inside number, good fit. Not elbows in, hands tight. All right, he's blocking that guy. He's putting his head right through that inside half. And his backside leg, his second step, his backside leg is in line. His shoulder, his hip, his knee, his ankle. It's all in a straight line, and all that power and energy is going through that inside half. It's going through that targeted defender. All right? It's going through the defender's target. The center, all right, is going to go play side number just to create a little bit more stretch on the, if he has a shade on it. He's going to aim play side number. Remember, the ball's being run up his ass. Create a little bit more stretch here. Hopefully this guy's a decent player and says, shit, that's my A gap. It's moving this way. And we can line this ball back behind. But the technique is the same. All right, the technique is the same. And then the backside, these are important blocks. This is going to the right. This is a left guard and a left tackle. All right, I got a 2-wide, I got a 4-right. These guys are going to go midline. This is the only zone that has different aiming points for the front side, back side, the tight zone play. Because these guys are a little bit more at the point of attack. Over here, we're blocking these guys inside out. Back here, we need to cover these guys up. It's drive blocks, guys. Notice the way these pictures are drawn here. All right, we're blocking guys on straight lines. We want to block guys on straight lines and run through them. We're not trying to swing our ass around, or work our ass to the hole, or anything like that. We're trying to take these guys right through the aiming point and go. All right. So here's an example right here. Same guy. All right. This is like a right guard running tight zone to the left. He's going right down the midline. Really good job with the backside leg being in line. And he's coming off the ball pretty good right here. He's got to get stronger. All right? He will, but he'll be a good player for us. Only a freshman. All right? Only a freshman. Okay, here's our guy, Buta. Buta's playing left guard right here, blocking it too wide on the backside. All right, we're running tight zone right. Okay? Puts his face right through the middle of the back. Pretty good hand fit right here, all right? Okay, backside leg is in line. The only thing I'm going to say to Boo is get your ass moving, all right? Go, 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 all right? Go, as hard as you can. As hard as you can, as fast as you can. Go, all right? Okay, when I talk about running off the ball, guys, I get it. It's not like running a 40-yard sprint. You're going to have a little bit of pace underneath you. Absolutely right. Turn your damn feet over. Turn it over and roll. Turn it over and roll, okay? All right, a read combo, okay? A read combo now, just real simple. I'm an uncovered guy working with a guy next to me who's covered by a play side shaded technique, all right? So the cover man is performing the same block we just talked about. He's in the solo block. His technique's not going to change. He just knows that he has inside help now. All right, he has inside help. The uncovered guy, the reader, is going to use more of a flatter angle step and just give it eyes. All right, it's a one-step read on tight zone. Simple as that. All right, it's a zone step. It's a one-step read. What I try to avoid, all right, is opening up my shoulders a ton. I used to do that where I would open my shoulders more to the down guy and go to a second step all fucked up. All right, just a flat step C. If that guy spikes, we're still in a good position. Turn this thing into a double team, all right? So I talk to the guys like this, all right? This is straight from some of the install cutups, all right? The D lineman's either coming to you, he's playing two, he's going away, or he's going to play straight up the field for the read guy, all right? If he plays two, here's a right tackle and a right guard. If he plays two, we're going to try to turn this thing back into a fitted, thick double team, all right? Remember, this is a tight zone scheme to the right. So 77 right here, Kevin, all right, he doesn't just want to run around this thing. Get back into it, all right? Get back into it. Because there's a good chance this linebacker, all right, is just going to kind of hang inside here. So the guard's probably going to have to come off on him. If he does jump over the top, and the tackle could come off. All right, the tackle could come off on him. But if he comes to it, we'll turn this thing into a fitted double team and bludgeoning this guy up the field. Same example right here. All right, center left guard, tight zone to the left, running right up the center's ass. This guy's in the solo ball. All right, he's aiming inside number landmark here. Even though he has help, yes. Okay, and this guy spikes down inside. Great, hip to hip. Let's get it going back up the field here. All right. This is a good job here by the covered guy. Just watch his reaction. All right, the guy on the right. Okay, guy spikes. He's aiming inside number. Second step goes vertical, and he's going to try to do his best to get back into this thing. All right. I don't love this guy right here. I'd like to see this step a little bit flatter. All right, a little bit flatter, so he can arrive on this thing not in such a towards turn, fucked up position. It's a little bit square through this thing. His feet are underneath. All right, his feet are underneath. Okay. All right. If the D line plays away, then we'll just climb. All right. And if the D line plays straight, okay, most likely we'll climb. If there's a little bit of meat on the bone hanging there with the covered man's flat step, if there is a little bit of meat on the bone hanging there, maybe this guy doesn't play straight through his outside shoulder. Maybe he plays straight through the little bit of his chest. We're still in a good position where we can potentially get a little bit of a knock over there and then climb up. All right, and then climb up. And I know I'm going quick here. Time is not on my side right now. Coach Terry, special teams guy. That's my fault. I'm fine. Go ahead and say it. All right, so watch this. Watch Bucar right here, all right? So one step read. This guy plays straight where he goes away. This is a really good picture of Bucar. The left guard right here, this is more the footwork we want. You see how it's just flat, more lateral? And I get it. Sometimes it may lose a little bit of ground, but as long as his shoulders are pretty squared up, which they are right now, and he's able to climb in this linebacker, all right, and go attack this linebacker. Good eyes, all right? He doesn't cross over with the second step. He's squared up to the back, all right? We love to block the backer, all right? Midline the backside half. Midline the backside half if we can. That doesn't always happen. Why midline and backside half? Because we're in a tight zone play, where does the ball go 80% of the time? Backside. So we like to block him on his backside half. It could come up with front end. Definitely could. All right? Definitely could. But we like to go midline and backside half, not no farther than the midline. All right? Now, would you say the left tackle here, guys, he has help. All right? His aiming point right here, Laws, the red-headed kid. All right? Is inside out, okay? He could be a little bit tighter. He could go pick up and put down. But would you guys say he's running off the football and coming off the football? No, it's dog shit, all right? Get their asses moving. Get them coming off the ball. That, to me, that's duck walking waddle, all right? Okay, it's duck walking. He ain't cutting it loose, all right? He ain't cutting it loose, okay? Pretty good rep up in here. 77 left guard, just a quick one-step check, climb vertical, all right? All right, watch this. Joe Horn, the center. This is a center and a right guard, all right? I like the center. I like his footwork, eyes, and I'll climb vertical. This guy over here is all fucked up, all right? Because his aiming point is the inside number here, okay? Watch his feet, all right? And like I said, I don't want to overcoach the first step. I want you to set an angle to the target and get into the target. But why the hell are you stepping backwards and stepping way outside this guy? Your assignment is to hit him on his inside half, all right? That's asinine. There's no reason for it, all right? Pick it up, put it down, all right? And go through that inside half. Shit, you could go angle lead step right here and go through that inside half. Now he's slipping, I get it, it ain't a great surface, but it's just a dog shit rep by him. That's coking, all right? He's a transfer, all right? You can see it up there, coking, dog shit. Okay. Slip combo, all right? So we got a read combo now. A slip combo is the opposite of a read combo. So now I'm an uncovered guy in these pictures. The center, the left guard here, the left tackle. Instead of working with the guy next to you who's covered in the play side shade, now he's covered in the back side shade. So we're going to get a true double team on this guy as much as we possibly can, all right? So the uncovered guy, he's targeting the near number. All right, we want to go halves on this. He's targeting the near number. Okay, the thing about this block is, all right, we're going to use angle step and set an angle to the near number. The thing about it is, when I arrive there, when I arrive on that near number, I want to try to get there as square as I can. So if, let's say I'm playing center, and he's a 2-eye, and I'm working with the right guard, I am going to set an angle to that near number. But as I approach this block and run off the ball and get into that near number, I want to try to get into and engage that near number as square as I can. So we want to knock him off the ball this way on a tight zone play. Doesn't always happen. Yeah, you're going to turn a little bit at times. So what? As long as you get in there, you're physical, you're bludgeoning them, we'd like to be able to arrive as square as you can. So just watch 64 right here. 64 is the uncovered guy. Okay? He's working with 71. This is on the backside. All right, this is a left tackle, left guard. We're running tight zone left. Angle step, set the angle to the near number. All right, but arrive, try to get in a position where you're going through that near number as square as you possibly can. All right, doesn't always happen, it's okay. All right, uncovered guys using what I call shoulder lead. Okay, guys probably heard of flipper, right? Okay, very similar to flipper technique. All right, he's going to target the near number here. So he's targeting the near number, he's targeting the near number. We're going to use brace footwork. It's just pick it up, put it down to keep our shoulders square. So if I'm a right guard and this chair is a 2-eye technique, all right, okay, I'm just targeting this half, near number. All right, pick up, put down, second step vertical, and I'm leading into this block, the top of my shoulder, the front of my shoulder, my pec area, and really the length of my arm too. All right, now I can lift through this thing a little bit. I got no issue with that. I can lift through this thing a little bit. I don't teach it just as a flipper though, because there's a hell of a lot more surface area all right here and just my forearm. All right, so I want to get into this thing physically. Pop, pop, bang. All right, my buddy's coming with me, and we want to get this guy moving off the football. All right, so it is a pick it up, put it down, and then second step vertical and get into the block here. So we'll do this. Okay, we'll use the 2-man prowler. All right, let's get to some of our clips. Okay, Joe Horn right here. Now this is a little bit of an awkward drill sometimes with one guy doing it, but that's all right. All right, you can see pick up, put down, second step vertical. All right, second step underneath them, gaining ground, doing a pretty good job getting into this thing with everything, not just his forearm. All right, not just his forearm. That entire half of his body. Okay, coking. All right. Not a bad rep right here. He's stepping away from it a little bit, which happens at times. All right. Sometimes you do step away from it a little bit. Sometimes you step backwards a little bit. But his second step's gaining ground, and he's pretty thick and physical up through the near half of that defender. All right. Okay. Here's an even better rep by him. All right. Now he's going the other way. Okay. Pick it up, put it down off the left foot. Second step vertical. It's a good thick physical fit right here. That's really the same concept, guys, right? Everything is in line right here. He doesn't have this leg hanging all the way back here, and he bottle it where he's got energy going this way and energy going that way. It's all kind of going through the defender, through the near number, the down defender. And remember now, he's got a buddy coming with him right here too, into that number there, all right? Into that number there, okay? We'll keep this moving, all right? Just a couple quick examples of this, just working this same thing in practice with 2 guys, 76 laws. All right, he's targeting the near number, get in it as square as you can. All right, thick physical fit by 65, not bad. All right, not bad, okay? Pretty good job right here by Joe. Kid on the right, brace, vertical. All right, lifting through this thing a little bit, that's fine. But he's contacting it the way he should. All right, the other guy's a little fucked up here. Try to get in there square. All right, get in there square, man. Go get hip to hip. Get in there as square as you can. We want to cut all the air out of this gap now. All right, cut the air out of the gap. Good shoulder lead here by 77. This is tackle tight end. They could do this together too on the back side. Tackle tight end work. Brace step. Pick it up, put it down. Vertical. Pretty good job popping the shoulder open. Pretty good job here by 82, getting into that near number pretty square. All right. Boo talk. I like the way Boo's coming off the ball here, and he's attacking that near number. He's attacking it. The other guy's not bad either. Pads are a little bit high, but keep working that, keep talking about it. Butka's attacking the near number. What else is Butka doing? He's running off the ball. All right, he's running off the football. He's trying to go bludgeon this guy. All right, he's trying to go kill him, which is what we want. All right. Okay, we'll skip this. Wide zone. So wide. Oh, I'm doing here on time. Okay, wide zone now. The aiming point for our back is in front of the tight end on an outside zone, wide zone. Okay, if there's not a tight end there, go pretend like there is. You're right at the same spot, ghost tight end. Okay, we actually widened it out a little bit this year. We were running at the outside making the tackle. We said, shit, let's widen it out. Let's make these guys on defense really have to defend it and run. All right, now we got to run too. Okay, we got to run too. They're going to run, we got to run too. All right, up front. So it's the same deal here. Now on our wide zone solo blocks, all right, our wide zone solo blocks, instead of our everybody's target across the board now is play side number, all right, play side number, all right. We're going to use angle step footwork here again. Set an angle to the play side number. And that's what you guys get across to the kids. And I'm trying to do it with college guys, all right. Shit, there ain't that much of a difference between the midline and the play side number. There ain't that much of a difference between the play side number and the play side armpit. So as soon as some of these guys here wide zone, we're running outside zone and you're going to block this guy, what do? They turn sideways and run to the fucking sideline and they don't block anybody. And it all gets stretched out and it's shit. Alright? So target. That's the number one thing I always talk about. I repeat it. Target. I'll send them text messages at night. Target. I'll just write the word target. Send them text message. Target and take off. We want to run. What's our target? We want to run off the football. What's our target? We want to run off the football. Target and take off. So, okay, play side number, great. And now our strike, instead of being a two-hand double uppercut strike, we're going to use, we've been working the shit out of this, we're going to use a catch hand fit, I call it. We're going to try to get our backside hand, all right, if I'm blocking the coach right here, and he's a 5 technique, I'm setting my angle, his play side number, I want to fit my backside hand in his armpit / rib cage area, all right? If I can, sorry about that, if I can get my hand in that area, all right, that's where I want it to be, all right? That's where I want it to be, okay? My play side hand, I don't overcoach it. It'll fit naturally somewhere, all right? Don't overcoach it, it'll get in the block somewhere. If the guy's really wide, it might not get in the block. I might just be blocking with one hand, all right, one arm. So we're targeting the play side number, and then with a catch and fit, we're targeting our second step, still in line, going more through his crotch now, more through the crotch of the defender. So how we drill these, and I really like this, all right? Okay? I used to use just the shields, but we started using the med balls. This guy came from Lafayette, and they used the med balls there. And we were talking about it. He's a grad transfer, will be a good player for us. So I said, shit, let's try it. It just gives you a little bit of a smaller target, all right? Mirrorball, the guy from Miami, uses these med balls at the time when he drills it. I watched some clinics on him, and I really like it. Gives you a little bit of a smaller target. You really got to concentrate and get that hand fit in there. So we need to get this hand, I just tell him to fit the hand on that side of the ball, simulating the armpit of the defender. So this is wide zone solo block now, all right? This is a 5 technique, let's say, all right? Pretty good backside hand fit. Okay, second step is targeted through the crotch. Now turn it the fuck over and run off the ball. Too much waddling right here, all right? But he is on his aiming point. He is on his target to that play side number. Got a pretty good backside hand fit. Now turn it over, man. Turn it over. Get your pads down a little bit. This was a pretty good block here by this guy. Pretty good rep. All right? Same deal. Bang. You see? He's on the play side number. He's on the play side number. Backside hand is fit in the armpit. All right? Second step through the crotch. Same deal. Turn your feet over. Go. 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 All right? Here's our center doing this. Okay? Now, you might pause this and say, shit, that's really, seems like it's tight. That doesn't look like the outside zone. He's targeting the play side number. All right? His head is through the play side number. I like to see his backside hand get fit down in there a little bit better. It is a little bit, guys, of an up and under strike with the backside hand. It is a little, because you're trying to get underneath that. You're trying to get the hand of the rib cage. to the armpit area, so it is a little bit more up and under strike. Backside leg is through the crotch. Now right here, just stay on this angle. Stay driving on that angle and run, and run, and run. Now he ends up squaring up on this thing. His Bucar needs to give it just a little bit of a better defensive look and keep working that way, all right? But it's not a bad rep. Go, 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 go.
Coach, when you're running, in the when it starts to drop up, you got to warm them up.
Yeah. So that's, just as you just said, that's why your backside hands fit. All right? We'll talk about that in 2 seconds. Give me 1 second here. That's great. All right? Just real quick, I wanted to show you guys this rector, all right? Because this is that young guy I'm talking about, all right? Okay? He thinks that he's doing it right. Pause right here. What would you say? What would you say? To what? The other way. His target is the play side number. All right? His target is the play side number. We want our hat through the play side number. See how wide he is? He's way outside of his target. He's way off the framework he's way outside the guy's body. All right? His target's too loose. His target's too wide. So that's what I'm getting at when I'm talking to these guys about what is your target? What is your target? What is your target? It's outside zone, play side number. It might be just right here. The heavier he is, if he's damn near, he's a heavy S3 technique, shit. His play side number is literally right here. All right, 3 inches off my midline. It is not run around the block and turn and run to the sideline. And I fight that battle. And you guys, I'm sure, do too. But I fight that battle. All right, he's way too loose on his target. Look at this. All right, Bucar, good target right here. Outside zone to the left. And you guys are going to say, shit, he looks like he's really tight right here. His head's right through the damn play side number. His head is literally, and he's blocking the guy. He's not loose on the block. He's driving his backside leg through the crotch, and he's blocking the guy. It's about blocking them on the target. It's not about running around them on outside zone. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, all right? The wider he gets, we're going to have to set a wider path. Our target, our footwork, this guy's a pretty tight 3. Shit, maybe he's out here off the body. Who really is affected by that a lot of times? A play side tackle on an open side wide zone, 2-man surface. All right, I'm a right tackle, and I have a 5 technique out here who's loose as shit, okay? Am I going to really get to the play side number? Fuck no. All right, hit him inside out then, tighten it down, great. All right, we'll run his ass off the screen. The ball's not going to go, you're not going to get out there anyways. All right, he's setting the edge already, okay? But not a bad job here by our guy, our main guy, Bucar. I'd like to see him get a little bit more physical with his backside hand fit in here and get his ass moving a little bit more. But he is driving this guy on a straight line block. He is driving through the play side number on a straight line block. All right, not run around. Now watch this. This is what we don't want. All right, all this, okay? Same deal. Backside leg, not driving through the block, crossing over our backside foot and running around the block. Head is way outside the target. Head's way outside the target. All right, these are important. You got to drill these into the guy's head. Look at this. This is pretty good right here. All right, this is a good job by this guy, setting an angle to the play side number, running off the football, getting a good backside hand fit and roll. All right, to your point, coach. Catch and fit. You've got to work this. All right? Okay? There's 3 things. I get that catch and fit. Get up here, Thatch. Okay? So Thatch, he's a 5 technique. I'm playing tackle, what you say. My backside hand is in his armpit. My second step's to his crotch. He's a good D lineman, and he's fighting for his gap. He's winding. All right? I'm just going to stay on that angle and keep running. All right? I'm driving my backside leg through his crotch. I'm going. All right? Okay? I have to have a clock in my head. Okay? Eventually, this guy, he's winding. The ball's not going outside. All right? It presses and then it punctures vertically. This 5 technique, could be a 3 technique too. What's he going to try to do? Fall back inside. If I have a good catch and fit on this, I can wheel on this thing and take it vertically up the field. You got to work these reactions. All right? So I catch him, I take him vertical, all right? As I feel him, try to fall back in, all right? That's the importance of that, okay? The second one, all right, is, first one is he stays wide. To your point, coach, keep running, you can pick on his ass outside. He falls in, all right? I'm able to square back up and drive. What if he spikes right now? This allows us no fear of running off the football, all right? No fear to run off the ball here. I don't have any help, let's say. I'm playing right tackle. This 5 technique spikes right now. I can catch, and it's not always the cleanest block, not always the cleanest block in the world. If I catch him with my inside hand, I am able to at least wheel on him. It's not the cleanest block. He may penetrate up the field a little bit. I stay on it just enough to push him down inside. That guy over there is going to make me right. You got the running backs, all right? The running back is in combination with the play side tackle, all right? You're going to teach your backs that. Your running back is in combination, just like your O-line is with a play side tackle. If that fucker spikes, all right, I hope he does spike, all right? You catch the inside move, the ball should be outside. So you got to work those different reactions within your drill work, all right? I unfortunately didn't put any of those clips on here, I apologize, okay? Let's talk about this. Solo block, now a read combo block, all right? The 1-step read is the inside zone. The 3-step read is now the outside zone. So here's the deal now with this, all right? Same concept, similar concept as the inside zone. 2 guys working together, all right? One guy, the inside guy's the read guy. The outside guy now, let's say I'm playing right tackle, I'm working with a right guard, we're running outside zone to the right. He gives me a call, tells me he's working with me, all right? Instead of going play side number, I'll widen it out to the play side arm because I have help inside. And that's a difference of what now? Same deal, you got to get this in your guys' heads. That's a difference about, 4 inches, okay? Hit factor. So that does not mean run around the guy. That means you drive your helmet to his play side armpit. Now, instead of using a catch hand fit where we're trying to fit that backside armpit, we'll go 2 hands into this now because we truly have help inside. We're gonna, and this is a block, cut it loose, man. Cut it loose, especially on a wide zone for that covered guy. Cut it loose, attack the play side armpit. All right, go 2 hands in because you have help inside. All right, okay? The uncovered guy, all right, same deal here. The uncovered guy, he's on a 3-step read. How do I teach this? I do teach him to open flat. I do teach him to open his hips. And he's kind of targeting the face mask of this guy right here, all right? Just opening his face mask. So it will be, he will be opening up flat. If the guy spikes, great. We should be overtaking this all day and getting on the other side of it, all right? Here's a good example of this. Now this is unrealistic, all right, from this guy. And I'll talk to you about that in a second. But watch Bucar right here, all right? These guys are working a wide zone read combo. It's a 3-step read combo, but the guy spikes right now, all right? Stab it off and go. Unlike the inside zone, you're not getting back into this because you are staying on your course, staying on your track, staying on your angle to block the linebacker who's going to be running over the topper. Now, I would say to Bucar right here, I don't even really like that. He's leaning back into this shit too much, all right? You may stab him, you may throw a blind punch or not hit him, depending how far he spikes inside, but you're out of it, all right? Joe, the center right here, okay, open flat, that guy comes to me, great. I'm going to overtake. Now, this is shit, and I got to coach my ass up on these defensive bag movers just as much as the offensive guys, because they fuck the drills up all the time, all right? But this is not a true reaction right here, all right? What is this guy going to do if he's worth the shit? If he does this, great. We'll will on him. We'll do exactly what Ford does right here. What's he going to do? These guys are going to take 1 step and get vertical right now, all right? Or if they do this, he's going to try to ricochet back outside. So the more realistic look is Joe staying on this angle right here and keep running through that guy's play side number as he tries to fight over the top of this thing. All right? If it happens like that, great. Okay, great. If the D-line plays away, remember it's a 3-step check. He goes away, all right? 1, 2, 3. Zone is over. Out of it. Don't keep chasing because you're going to come up short on the linebacker. You're going to be too far behind the linebacker. All right? Look at this. Okay, I put this on here for the uncovered guy, 79. Open flat. 1, 2, 3. Guys going away from them. Zone's over. Come out of it. Stay on your angle to the linebacker. I did not put this on here for the covered man. Look at this shit-ass footwork. All right? Not coming off the ball at all. Not setting an angle. Just crossing over. All right? He's hitting this guy on his inside number. Okay? Hitting him on his inside number on a wide zone play. All right? That's pretty good by 79 right there. Watch 77. 1, 2, 3. Zone's over. All right? Zone's over. Zone's over. Go to the back. All right? Not a bad clip here. 77 coming off the ball. All right, attacking the play side armpit. I'd like to see him come off with better pad level, get his backside leg and work through the block. Really not doing a good job running off the football. 1, 2, 3 for the uncovered guy. Zone's over. All right, set your course to the back. All right, now this is really important. Okay, we were working the hell out of this because we got to get a lot better with it with these. All right, this is called a snap up. As the uncovered man, as the uncovered guy, all right. Yes, he can play tubing. He can go away from it. All right? Great. It's defined right away. He plays tubing, it's defined. I'm going to take it. He goes away from me, it's defined. I'm out of it. All right? If he plays straight, which a lot of D-linemen, they project up the field. All right? He plays through the outside shoulder of the covered guy. All right? I'm the covered guy. I'm going to attack this guy's play side armpit. He's playing hard through my outside shoulder. Shit, maybe he's a blunter, man. Firing off the ball, coming off both feet. He's playing right down my midline, right down the middle of my chest. And then kind of maybe ending up on my backside half, my backside shoulder. All right? You got to build, I'm trying to build it into these guys' heads, the reader's heads, that we're going to snap this guy out. We're going to snap his ass out across the face of the covered guy on our third step. So basically, stand back up here, okay? Just stand right there, okay? Let's say he's zeroed up on the covered guy, all right? 1, 2, 3. Low to high strike to the near shoulder. I want to launch this bitch, all right? I want to launch him, okay? And we got to get more physical with this. There's some things here, man. You can take this guy and put him in the next week. What you don't want to do, all right? You got to be ready for this. I always want the reader to be thinking snap out. Always be thinking snap out. Like I said, it could define itself right away. He comes to me, he goes away from me. It's defined. All right? But in his stance, I'm going to work with that guy. I'm thinking I'm snapping this guy out. All right? 1, 2, 3, low to high snap. What I do not want to do, this is a punch. This is a strike with my hands. All right? They got to have it in their head because they got to be ready to do it pretty quickly with their hands. This is not a run at the guy, do this, drive block him and just shove him. Because what did I just do? I went 2, 3 extra, 4 extra steps, just shoved his ass. Now I'm fucked up on the linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind him. He's gone. All right? So it is a snap, and then I'm getting out of it. All right? With our hands. We got to be ready to use our hands right away to snap this guy out. So here's how we drill this. Very simple. Okay? I'll put a guy here holding a shield. All right, he's going to take a step up the field. All right, open, flat, 1, 2, 3, snap. All right, this is not a bad rep. What would you guys say right there? Pause. It's not a bad rep. Bang, he snaps it out, then he climbs up. All right, 1, 2, 3, pause. What would you say right here? Too involved. Hands. Too much breastplate. All right, I call it. You're getting too much titty involved. All right, they're hitting the guys too much with their body. Hands, 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 because it's not a shove. It's not a. We are not connecting to this guy and trying to shove and taking extra steps. We want to snap it. We want to snap it. It's a strike. It's a punch. All right. Now this is actually. It's not a terrible rep because he does end up getting some extension right here and pushing the guy off him. All right. Punching the guy off of him, I should say. This is a little bit better. But here again, if he's ready to snap, all right, if he's ready to snap sooner, his hands are here. His hands are right here ready to snap this guy. All right? That's why you got to trying to build it, pounding in these guys' heads. Get their hands ready to snap. And here again, not a bad rep, not a bad rep. Could be better, but it ain't a bad rep. All right? This is decent. Watch this guy. Bang. Bang. Near shoulder, low to high. Bang. Right there. Pretty good job with his hands. All right? And shoves this guy out across the face of the uncovered guy. All right? Decent rep here by Boom. Bang. All right? 1, 2, 3. Snap. Okay? If there's color hanging, if there's meat on the bone, snap it up. We want to think snap up. All right? When we're in our stance, we want to think snap up. Watch this. Bad rep. All right? I'm going to run up here and titty bump this guy, all right? And not use my hands at all, okay? And just lay on him, all right? And lay on him, and whatever the hell he's doing right here, that ain't it. You guys see what I'm saying? Get your hands ready to go. Get your hands ready to go on these snaps. It ain't a chest block. We're not blocking with our chest. We want to use our hands. I get it, guys. Sometimes you will get your chest a little bit involved. I understand it. You got to have the mentality of being ready with your hands a hell of a lot faster. All right? Okay? Now watch John right here. Okay? He's the snap guy. 1, 2, 3. Not a bad snapper. Not a bad snapper. Bang. All right? Okay? Now somebody read what I wrote up here on top of the screen. This is Crew. He's our right guard. I wrote no. Please God, no. All right? Because right here, watch this. Okay? Is that fucking guy coming off the ball? Is he tearing off the football? He has help inside. All right? He's waddling like a duck off the ball. All right? Being cautious. Okay? Not attacking the play side armpit. He has help inside on a wide zone, and he's duck blocking off the ball. Okay? Cut it loose. Cut it loose. That's a non-negotiable. That's a non-negotiable for me. We are not going to play like that. That's garbage to me. That's garbage. All right? Laws right here, okay? Watch this. All right? Laws is targeting the play side armpit. All right? It's not bad. Okay? What would you guys say to me about Laws, the left tackle right here? Yeah, backside leg. Exactly. All right? Look, he's on his play side number, or play side armpit, excuse me. Not a bad deal. But yeah, is he coming off the ball right here? Second step is not going through the guy's crotch. It's not in line. It's not gaining ground. And what does he end up doing right here? He's kind of waddling around the block. All right? And watch my guy right here, the guard. All right? Open flat. I like the way he's opening up. I like the way he's running. All right? Okay? And look, just a shove. Snap that near shoulder. Violent. Snap it out violently. Don't just run over there and lay hands on the guy. All right? Don't just run over there and lay hands on him and give him a little love tap push. All right? So there's some good reps and there's some bad reps. We got to keep working that. We'll get better at it. All right? Now an overtake combo is the inverse. So you got a read combo on inside zone, a read combo on outside zone, a slip combo on inside zone, slip combo on outside. Remember on inside zone, that's where we're using shoulder lead, and the other guy's coming in on an angle, targeting the near number. Well, this one right here, on the slip combo, the uncovered guy's truly trying to overtake it now, all right? And I don't overcoach this, okay? This is a 2-eye, and I'm a center. We're running a combination, we're running outside zone to the right. I'm going to snap the ball. I'm going to open and run to get over his opposite number, all right? Got to open flat. If you go too into the line of scrimmage, you're never going to get there, all right? So it is literally open, run, all right? And I'm going to press through that play side half, press through the play side number of the defender. I do not overcoach where their hand fits. Sometimes it might be in the armpit, sometimes it might be through a sternum, but my relative body position to this guy, where I need to be, is on his other side, pressing vertically through his play side half. Because I'm probably not going to have a ton of help here, depending on where the linebacker's at. So, you guys got hoops. This is a good drill to use to do with hoops. Just teaching this guy to open his hips, run, and stay tight to the hoop. I did it with tight ends at Maryland. All right, this was a good drill for tight ends. And he cut off 5 techniques and shit like that all the time on the back side. All right, so watch Joe right here. Okay, Joe's playing center. He's got a right guard next to him with the two eyes. They're working a combo. Open, run, press vertical through the play side half. All right? All right? Open, go, 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 and press. All right? Okay? How long do I run sideways, coach? Shit, I don't know, depending on what he does. If he stands there, you can turn up faster. If he's freaking hauling ass out of there, playing his gap, you better keep running and get on him and push him, just push him down the line of scrimmage. All right? Now this is, and I gotta do better here, defensive look. This guy right here needs to continue to fight for the gap. All right? Because realistically, it usually doesn't play out like this. Realistically, it's more connection here. This guy keeps fighting over the top of the gap. And this guy's got to keep pressing on an angle right here. All right? Pretty good rep right here. All right, this is our left tackle. Like I said, he's got good feet. He's kind of a little bit of a, I don't even know how to describe him. He's stiff, but he's athletic, if that makes sense. All right? He's got some good athleticism. All right? He's Fred Flintstone though. Always on his toes, and he can get away with it. So this would be like a B block on the backside with the guard, backside tackle. Open up, run, press vertical now. Press through the play side half. And here again, like I said, he's got his backside hand fit on the guy's sternum. That's all right. It could be on the sternum. It could be in the armpit. As long as his hat's over there going through the play side number, all right, we're getting this thing overtaken and scooped down, all right? It'll be a good deal. This would be like, and this is an over-exaggeration, he's a left tackle, he's going the other way with a tight end who has a 6 technique or a 7 technique on it, all right? We're running an outside zone play, and he's getting a little bit of help from that tight end, and he's running out here to overtake this guy, all right? Watch this, this isn't a bad rep. I like this guy, the progress he's making, okay? I just wrote here, just make sure you're not too into the line of scrimmage right away. Because if you're too in the line of scrimmage, you're going to end up on the backside half. Open, run, go, head across, head through the play side number, pressing through the play side number. Pressing through the play side number. All right? Everybody good there? Okay? So the last thing here, and like I said, I know I'm going fast. Now the covered guy. All right? The covered guy, instead of using a shorter lead technique like he does on tight zone, we use a stab. This is what we call a stab technique. All right? So he's going to use his backside hand, and he's going to target the near shoulder of the down guy. It's a low to high strike, fingertips to the sky, and he's hauling ass to the second level. You're setting your angle to your linebacker, bang, and you're going, and that guy's coming over the tail. All right? You got it next time. Okay? But just watch this here. Now, this is predicated off linebacker alignments too. All right? If you got a linebacker who's out leveraging, you got to go. Stab and go. If you got a linebacker alignment with good leverage, you could be a little bit thicker on this thing. All right? You could even get into the world, which I really like, depending on how this team lineman is playing, we will use 2-hand stabs at times. All right? It doesn't always just have to be one. You can use a 2-hand stab, be a little bit thicker on that guy. Now you will cross your feet over a little bit on a 2-hand stab. That's okay. All right? That's okay. Okay? So here's how we drill this. We're just working the stab technique right here. All right? This is a right guard, let's say with a 3 technique. I like the angle that he's coming out at. I'm the linebacker. We're running outside zone left. I'm going to be fast flowing this way. Okay? Right to the near shoulder, fingertips to the sky. You want to try to get an extension on this right away, but you're going. All right? You're not slowing down. All right? You'll see on this, guys standing like this. What happens when you stand like this? You get collapsed. Then you get pushed flat down the line of scrimmage. All right? You get pushed flat down the line. That's a pretty good job here by this. Not a bad rep. Okay? Not a bad rep here. Pretty good stab. Okay? It could be a little bit tighter on that near shoulder. But you guys are getting the picture right here. He's coming out on the angle, and he's going to intersect his linebacker. All right? Now, if this linebacker runs fast right now, okay, his ass better be flattening this shit out. He's never going to get there. He's got to go flat if he's running hard. Here's a pretty good picture. All right? Fingers to the sky, a little bit more on the stab. You see how he's kind of cross-swiping this? That's when you miss. You can miss, you end up hitting his back his pad. You want to stab it right to that near shoulder. We're coming out of this. Now, look at this. All right? I know I write these notes, and sometimes they're gonna be funny, make the guys laugh, or other times they're for real. All right? Opa Lopa waddle to the second level. This is our guy Boo. I love Boo. All right? He's playing left guard right here. He will never get to the linebacker doing this shit. I don't know what that is. We're not coaching that, all right? Open up, stab, and you're running out of this. You got to get your ass moving here. All right? I'm telling him right there, fucking run. All right? See, he's duck walking. He's duck walking up to the second level. All right? If this guy's worth the shit, he's going to be hitting the ball carrier on the other side of the tight end, on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. All right? Just the last example, we're a pretty good stab by 77. This is tackle tight end work again. This will be on the back side, working a C. I would tell